All right, I went ahead and started live. It's about 5 minutes early, so you can enjoy my face for a few minutes, or you can just listen and do something else for 5 more minutes. But hi, Megan. Yay, you made it.
Yay!
I don't have any audio on you right now, though, but if you're using the school laptop, that may be because you do not have a microphone on. I didn't think about that part.
You can't hear me? Hold on.
Still no audio, but in the top left-hand corner of your screen, you should see a little blue icon in the top left, and that's a chat. And I'll go ahead and turn on. So Kelsey's in also.
Yes, and of course, I just made a video.
So anyway, the chat is on comes up on the right-hand side of the screen. It's the blue icon. So if you want to contribute, if we're not able to get your audio fixed, you can go there. And Kelsey left the group. So Kelsey was here and left. Are you on the Chromebook?
Yeah.
Okay. So it has video but no audio. That's interesting. But at least we have video this time.
That's so weird.
Oh, so the kids have audio on theirs, but we don't have it on ours. Isn't that a nice? Let's see. Just trying to think where it might be in settings, just to see if it's there. Kelsey's trying. I thought Kelsey was trying a Chromebook tonight too, but I'm seeing her. I'm seeing her books on her desk again, so it must mean that she's using the tablet. Maybe it's I don't have my audio on. Or let me try. Maybe it's me. Well, I have it turned down. Maybe that's part of it. All right, I turned my volume up.
Can you hear me? No, yes, maybe?
I can if you can hear me.
I can hear Kelsey.
Oh, well, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you
All
guys
right, still pretty quiet. I feel like I'm talking to myself tonight. Let me just check some other things on mine. Because usually I hear Kelsey, and I'm not hearing Kelsey either. So maybe it's on my end.
I think it is.
Had audio a few minutes ago because I turned it down. All right, I'm looking for a speaker wire that has disappeared. It fell down behind the desk. Plug this in and see if this changes anything. I'm hearing something. Somebody's moving.
I was typing.
Oh, okay. It's working really well now. I had to turn up all the way when you said that. Okay, so Kelsey, you can talk to Megan and she can talk to you.
Yep.
Okay, and I'm getting Kelsey, but I'm not getting Megan.
You still can't hear me? That's so weird.
So, okay, Megan, can you talk to me again just to see if this works?
Hi.
Hey, and now I have your audio.
There you go.
Very good. So that's kind of odd. I plugged in the speakers and it started working, but the laptop should have been working. So, all right, Alexia should be here soon. Oh, as I speak. So, I'm seeing her icon. She has to join on her iPad tonight. So, I'm not sure if she's able to. Are you able to hear us, Alexia? All right. Well, we might be dealing with all sorts of technology issues tonight. I just sent an email to everybody. I'm having problems. Our internet connection has been kind of intermittently going off for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then it comes back on. And so if for some reason I disappear, it is because our internet connection just decided to disappear for 2 minutes. So I contacted the phone company the other night and haven't had a chance to do any follow-up with them on that. Find out what's going on. So let's see. Jamie has joined. Welcome, Jamie. So, all right. Okay, so Jamie's using the group chat in the right-hand side. And I'm hearing somebody. So let's see. Still no audio from Alexia. Oh, and Alexia's gone. Jamie, are you able to hear and talk?
Can you put that out? I want to see it. The milk? Yeah.
Oh.
Drink the milk.
Oh, okay. You can still talk. We won't see you, but you can still talk. Oh, we got some feedback there somewhere. Ah, Alexia briefly joined. She's flashing in and out. Alexia, do you have any audio? Uh-oh, Kelsey just left.
Yep, I have video audio.
So, all right. We're kind of doing a little jumping. Everybody, we have audio, then we don't. Then we have somebody comes in, then they leave.
Uh-oh.
So, are you on your iPad?
I'm trying it on my computer first. We'll
Okay. So, Jamie, I do believe that you do have a microphone. So, because I'm hearing younger people in the background. So I'm thinking that maybe you have a built-in microphone on your computer.
Woo! Almost dropped it.
Ah, Kelsey's back.
I tried.
And we can have Kelsey.
Can see me now.
We can finally see you instead of your notebooks.
What was that?
I said we can finally see you instead of your notebooks.
Right. Well, I have one figured. I might as well give it a shot.
So, okay. Oh, good. We're making some use of them anyway.
Yeah, right.
All right. So, welcome to Blick this evening, and we're getting close to winding down. Just a couple more sessions left, and we're getting closer to that. Just a couple housekeeping items as we're talking through this. I know Karen has received Sketchy's information, and Kelsey has also received it. Has anybody else received their Sketchy's information?
Is it only for the first part? It's not for the whole part, right?
I have no
I think I got all of them.
Karen thinks it's all.
Because it had said initially that they were going to do two different, like if you didn't complete the second part of our split session, that you would still receive Sketchies for the first part of the session that you completed.
Karen's checking,
Okay.
and I'm untangling wires. We had moved our computers when we go away for the weekend. We don't leave the computers out. Last weekend we were gone, and I realized when I plugged it in, I have inadvertently plugged one wire around another wire, and I have a very short cord on my microphone. So if you'll give me about 10 seconds, I'm going to unplug my microphone so that I can untangle it.
Mine says it's for the whole 62 for the sketch thing.
Oh. Well, that's good. That's strange that they sent it out for the full time, except when we're not done.
So anyway, I guess the reason I brought that up is you need to make sure that you complete the evaluation on that in order to get your sketches, and I think you have something like a 2-week window to do that.
So how do we do that because we're not?
Even if you're not done, go ahead and complete the evaluation, I guess. Wouldn't you agree with that, Alexia? Just have them go ahead?
I think so, yeah.
I did it already. Sorry.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any communication from Kay, the project manager, on anything. Maybe I should send her an email.
Yeah, I've not received anything either. At least not from REMC headquarters.
Mm-hmm. Send her a quick one right now about it.
All right. Okay. So this module is dealing with creating a video to use in your classroom, and that was kind of the main thing. It also dealt with making your classroom and technology accessible for disabilities, and it went through the American with Disabilities Act and a couple of those things right there. Similar, just oh boy, this time of night my brain doesn't work. Anyway, I'm using the correct terminology as I'm thinking through this. But anyway, it was making your videos compatible for American with Disabilities Act and just students that might have challenges with some sort of learning disabilities, whether it's a visual, audio, or hearing, or things like that. So that was kind of the goal of creating this. And I believe in the course it was mentioned something about using TechSmith's application. Was it Snagit? They have a couple different ones. I think it was Snagit. Does anybody recall? Yeah, that's a good program. Okay, that's I think that's a video hosting. So the Vimeo is a video hosting site that is comparable to YouTube. It doesn't have all of the same features, but it usually has a little bit higher resolution on their videos.
So what's Snagit?
Snagit is a capturing tool for capturing video and pictures, and I have one on this desktop. I had one on my school desktop, or my school computer last year, but when they upgraded my computer, I didn't get that application back. But on this home computer, this one, I'm not sure it's... Oh, this is Jing. Jing is similar to Snagit. Snagit has more features. So what I'm going to do is just go to... just to show you what Jing is. And Jing is free. And let me just go to screen share really quick. And so on screen share...
Oh, but now I'm hearing two of them.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Who's the
Okay,
old one?
I got it.
Who's the right one now?
So,
I think so.
Okay, so I'm going to go to screen share here really quick and start screen share. You still should be seeing me, but anyway, I have my Jing model or little thing over here on the right. This is an application from TechSmith, and maybe I should make sure that you can see it. Okay, Camtasia is another one. I see Jamie has it, so she has Snagit and Camtasia. So I'm gonna just realize that I got a note up here. It says, "Oh, well, isn't that nice?" Maybe I should minimize this screen. And so anyway, I'm going to now show you the email that I had from Alexia a little while ago. Alexia, if you want me to leave this email, I can. But anyway, I have just a little sunshine here on the right-hand side, but some TechSmith. Okay, now that disappeared. Oh, great. Oh, there it is. So if you can see on my screen, I have some yellow goldish colored crosshairs. And what I can do with that is I can then select what I'm going to I have a selection. It's a selection tool, basically. And I can select what part I'm going to copy. And this is Jing. This one, I can capture video down here. I can capture it as a picture. And so this is just one tool that you can use for capturing online video and things like that. So this was, again, through TechSmith. It's called Jing. They also have Snagit and Camtasia, which are a little bit higher featured programs, and they have more features that go with them, but there's also a small price. I don't recall what they are off the top of my head. My brother-in-law works for TechSmith, but he just hasn't given me a complimentary copy yet. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this right here out.
With Jing, can you do pictures and video?
Yes, you can do pictures and video. I'll go ahead and bring it back here really quick. And so I'm just going to, let's see, I'm just going to go ahead and take a picture of this really quickly and just show you so here's a screen capture on this one. So I just clicked the picture, and so what it did is it just took a picture of that part of the screen right there. And so then you can go ahead and name it and save it. It doesn't save it as a JPEG. I think it saves it as a PNG file. So that's what that is. Now the nice thing is with Snagit, if you see in this bottom corner right here, you can edit in Snagit. I do not have Snagit on this machine. But Snagit that's some of the features that Snagit has that Jing does not, is the editing. So that's just Jing, but again, Jing is free, so that is kind of a nice feature too for teachers on a budget. But you can also video, and I'll go ahead and just do that quickly. I'm going to just capture the video, and so it does a little countdown. And so right now you can see that it's on, it's moving right here. There's nothing moving on this particular screen other than my mouse, but so I'll go ahead and stop, and then it'll take a moment to process, and then you can save that file. So, except now I guess I need to update my Adobe player. So, all right, the technology challenges. So, all right, let me find I minimized that screen for the Google Hangout, and I got to find it again. There we are. I'm going to stop and go back to me. So, that way you don't have the endless screen there. Alexia, did you have anything you want to add to this? Or let's see, I see there's a few comments in the sidebar. Jamie uses it in Snagit and Camtasia.
I'm not sure if our course is still giving out the Snagit license with the people who complete the course, but I know this was what happened in the past. I do have an email out to Kay. I put that with the sketchy questions to know if our participants who finish get that. So you would get the Snagit license, and that would be emailed to you once you have sent in time log and everything. But I'll send an email about that. I actually have Camtasia. I won it at a McCall session. Not this session, but the session before that I went to, because I went to a TechSmith thing, and they just happened to draw my name. I know that Camtasia is a little bit more tricky to use if you're not as tech savvy. Sometimes some of the things are a little bit funky to use. I can pull it up on my computer so that you can see it. I'll do a screen share with you. Right. So here's what Camtasia looks like when it pulls open. And it can use screenshots and it can use video. You can record your screen and do things. That's how I've done things in the past. I haven't used it lately, but when it opens, take a second, it almost looks like it's a movie reel, and you can add in comments, and it makes it a lot easier to add in your script for your videos than it is with some of the other things. Is it up now?
Yes.
Okay. So you can have here with your recording your screen. You can also record PowerPoint. There's a little app add-in for your PowerPoint that allows you to put it in presentation mode, and then you can have like your notes on the side, and it'll just show your presentation. And then it might even type the script for you. I haven't used it yet this year. But there's little call-out things you can put in, like put a little bubble in your video that says, make sure that you pay attention to this, there'll be a quiz on it later, or it's just a lot more in-depth with the things. And you can see down here there's track 1, and you can add different tracks on here down at the bottom. And that would be where your voice would be. You can delete parts there. You can add in a part. Maybe you wanted to talk about where to log in for something and you forgot to do it in your initial part. You could add that in as like a little snippet. So it's pretty nice. And there's lots of things that come with it. But I think it's a pretty pricey product. I know that Snagit is cheaper than Camtasia just because Camtasia has more options and things for it. But most Windows computers come with this awesome thing called Snipping Tool, and I know that I use it all the time. It's pretty similar to the Jing. If you want to do a new snip, I just click New, and you can drag and click, and that creates your image right away. And then save, and it saves as, let's see, as a JPEG. And it just saves like a regular picture on your computer. That's how I've gotten some of these things.
No, we didn't. Your snippet tool demonstration didn't come through. Your audio was coming through, and so your picture kind of went. So, but we got a few glimpses of Camtasia as you went through it.
Well, that's good. All right.
Okay, Jamie put down in the comments that she used the free trial for like 30 days. Was that for Camtasia, Jamie?
Did you find it tricky to use, Jamie, or did you find that it was kind of user-friendly? I know that when I used it, I found it a little bit more tricky, and I have some tech savviness. I just know there's so much there. And I think you can do 30 days of free trial for Snagit, and then you can do an additional 30 free days for, oh, you used a similar one. So that's pretty good. So. Your video was awesome, Jamie. I watched it today. It was so good.
So, okay. Jamie responds, yes, a little bit, but I use a similar audio editing program. So it helps with you have the experience in that other program that's compatible. And that's, you know, those programs are a little bit more for probably frequent users. And if you plan on doing frequent using and things like that, then those are really good programs. I know for me, I've used Jing quite a bit, but then the other thing is I also sent out, and I hope everybody got this, I think I sent it to everybody, about using the Google Hangout just for creating a video. The nice thing about that is with the Google Hangout, which is what we're doing right now, is it's pretty seamless going up to YouTube. You don't have to save the file in your computer and then find that file, attach it, and upload it to YouTube. Using a Google Hangout on air is just you record through it and then it automatically uploads. You might have to go in and make a few little adjustments with names or and things like that, but it's there. So it's more or less learning the process on that, and I tried to walk through that on a little video that I sent to everybody yesterday. Did anybody not get that? Give a chance to at least at least have the email. I'm not asking that if you went through it or not, but I just want to make sure that you had the email to see if you could walk through it on your own time. So sounds like everybody got that? Okay. I've learned how to, this environment, maybe it's not good to ask the not question. In class, I usually will ask, how many of you are not on this page? Because if you say, are you on this page, you have 20 of them that say, yes, I'm here. It's like you don't know who's not on the page. So I just kind of reverse the question. But maybe on this forum, maybe it's better to just go back to the regular question. So anyway, there are features with different programs. Some make it easier to use. Some are a little bit more professional, such as the Camtasia. So Jing would be easier. Camtasia would be more advanced. And Google just has the ease of uploading quickly to YouTube if you're interested in going that route. So open for questions. Give some thoughts and feedback on video sessions.
I'm just wondering if anyone has found a good voice recognition so you don't have to type in everything that you're saying so that the computer picks up on your words and does it, or mostly.
And it converts to closed caption, right?
Yeah.
That's what Karen was asking me today. Was she thought that, and I assume that it did, but that when you do a Google Hangout recording, that the words were recognized on the YouTube recording and automatically translated to the closed captioning, but apparently they're not.
Or if they are, I didn't figure it out.
So I did one today while I was sitting at my desk just trying to play with it, and then I couldn't figure out how to do it either. So now I'm at that point where I have a video, but I don't have any closed captioning to my video.
So keep your videos really short so you have less to write.
I think that if you use maybe to snag it and record your, maybe even Camtasia, and you type in your speech in your notes section, that it might take your notes section and make it into your closed captioning. I haven't made a video in a long time though, so I'd have to look at it.
It sounded like it would do that in Google Airs or the Google Hangouts as well, but you had to type it all in.
Yeah. It's almost like you'd have to be reading from a speech that you already had.
Yeah, which on a practical level, if you were doing this for lessons in your class, that's on a practical level, you can type everything scripted in.
Right.
Jamie responded with your question, Alexia, is what audio program do you use? And she typed in Audacity, and she also added that you have to type in everything because it would not recognize my voice very well. So there are programs out there, and Audacity, I believe, is also a free program. So I'm sure that there are some commercial ones that you can pay much larger amounts for. I saw a news article on a tech page on one of the news sites that I read, and they said options instead of Skype. So I just clicked on it. I was just kind of curious, and they listed 4 options. But all of them came in 3-digit figures, and none of them were in the low 3-digit figures. They were more like about $500 to about $800. And I don't think that's in any teacher's budget. Except for Kelsey's. I mean, she's one of those new young teachers.
Oh, yeah. Making the big bucks already.
So, all right. So, any problems, concerns with using the video part? Okay. So, all right.
Want me to jump in and talk about something?
Yeah, why don't, Alexia, you had sent a message earlier about some of the things that you wanted to address tonight.
Okay. All right, so our module was mostly about the laws and regulations and accessibility of meeting all of the needs to our students. I know that we watched a few videos of students that had some vision impairments and how difficult it was for them to watch. Well, they weren't watching, they were trying to navigate onto different types of websites. And there was a news article one that I found really interesting that was in the course when I took it, was the one where a man was trying to go to Target and buy something, and instead of them having the towel's description being on there, they had it as, you know, some mumbo jumbo gargle underscore letters. And I thought, it's something that I don't think about because I don't have a disability, but it's something that in your course, you know, if you hover over something and then, you know, sometimes that little box shows up and it says link to wherever it's going to be. And it's just one of those things that you're going to have to be thinking about if you have students with those disabilities. I know that right now I have a student who has all content and all questions read to her. So I've been doing lots of recordings on PowerPoint, and we got new computers with Windows 8 on them. And I'm not sure what version of PowerPoint it is, but it's a very simple thing when you're adding in voice feature. All you have to do is click insert audio, and you can click record audio right from that screen. It's very easy to do that, and I had no idea that it was even there. I'm not sure if it's on my home computer one, but I know it's an updated version that we have on PowerPoint. So I will screenshot maybe worksheets or reading and things so that she has that to fall back on if she wants something reread to her, and if I'm with another student or, you know, she's not part of my reading group for that day. It's very easy to use, and it does not take very long. Another thing that I found interesting was the pbs.org website that talked about some of the disabilities, and if you wanted to learn more about them, there are some really cool things that they say, you know, try out having this disability. And I tried out one that was a distraction disability and a mathematics disability, just to see the two different ones. And in the visual disability, it was kept wanting you to read a little paragraph, and then a picture of something would fade in and out, and then there'd be a completely white screen, and then it would go back to the paragraph, and then all of a sudden it turned black, like, okay, your time's up. And then it asks 3 comprehension questions. And sometimes you have to put yourself in your shoes of your students that are having trouble with paying attention, and it was very interesting to see that. So if you haven't done that, I recommend you going to that PBS website that talks about some of the disabilities and looking into them. And they didn't just have attention, they had, if you had a specific reading or a math one. And I wanted to ask Jamie about the app that she uses called Handouts. And then I wanted to talk about, so Jamie, you could maybe type your answer about that app and how you use Handouts, because that was something that you used in one of your forums. And then I wanted to talk about some of the things we had in the future of blended learning. And somebody wrote, and I don't remember who it was, said that blended learning is the best of both worlds. And I loved that definition, because they're saying they have the best of the face-to-face and the best of the online. And you throw it all together and you have your blended learning environment. You're helping your kids learn by giving them some differentiated and individualized things, but you're also making it, you know, high demand for your students and making it challenging so that they will be learning the material and pushing themselves to do more. But there were some also challenges, and I know that in my own personal environment, I've been trying to do blended learning with my students, but there is such a lack of the knowledge of the technology that I have to take a big step back and have them learn those prereq things before I can jump into it. I know that my students have really been focusing on typing, and because they just do the hunt and peck and it takes them forever just to type one paragraph. So I've really been trying to hit that typing and for us to make blended learning successful in, our K-12 environment, we have to make sure our students are technology ready. And I know my school doesn't have a technology teacher. I don't know if any of you guys have technology teachers. I don't think Sioux Schools does, do you?
Sioux Schools does not.
Okay.
Not at the elementary anyway.
Okay. Well, they might
Middle
actually
school
in
does.
middle school.
Yes, they do
Right.
in school.
Middle school does.
Well, I do find it a struggle to find that extra time to teach my students those things that come second nature, like doing Microsoft Word and learning how to change the font and the shortcuts to the keyboard and those little things that we do automatically that are a struggle for them. And eventually, I think with our wonderful teachers that we have, that our students will be that technology ready. But right now we're kind of in a limbo area that it's hard to have them ready and be able to push them and maybe have your assignments being turned in online when they're not quite ready to be doing that in a timely fashion. And then Karen talked about hitting some of your at-risk students and making it so that you're going to be touching base with them more frequently with your blended learning than if you were just doing your face-to-face thing, and I really like that. And I just wanted to give Jamie a little 5 stars thing for her video because she's all done and it's awesome. Her captions are great, and it was just a really simple one. So if you guys are having questions, go and look there, watch her video, see how wonderful it is.
Jamie also has posted answer to your questions, that it is an iPad app that you sign your students up for your class. You can take pictures of worksheets or PDFs and send them to the kids. They do them on the iPad and then hand it to you for grading. Then she continues on and says that it is paperless and great for kids that have a difficult time writing answers. They can type text into smaller areas. And then she adds one more comment. It is a free app, but you can pay for an upgrade and get a few more bells and whistles. So,
Awesome.
Thank you, Jamie.
And it's called Handouts. I'll type that in there. I think that's something I'm going to check out. My students don't have iPads, but it'd be nice to check it out and see.
Okay.
And that's all I have for information. Do you have anything you wanted to discuss?
I don't have anything on my agenda here this evening, although we did have that email that you sent me a little bit earlier. We talked about maybe a few other things that we could possibly talk about.
Mm-hmm. I can jump into those.
Yeah, if you want to jump into one of those, I'll pull up a Quizlet on my computer and bring that one up. I haven't used it in a little while, but I have used that one. So if you want to talk, do you have another one that you have ready to go?
I can do the MailChimp.
Okay, why don't you do MailChimp and I'll do Quizlet.
Okay. You want to go first, or do you want me to?
I'm still bringing it up.
Okay.
So I could talk about it as they're bringing it up. So
Okay.
I'm not always the best at doing and talking at the same time, but I'm kind of chuckling in the background. And so, all right, I typed it in, but it's not coming up. Here we go. Quizlet is a program that kind of, if you listen to the name Quiz, you can go ahead and create quizzes. You can look at other teacher-created quizzes. I'm going to go ahead and let me bring it up here. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Uh-oh, everybody froze. Is everybody there?
I'm here.
Oh, good. Okay. Just like my screen froze for a moment. So I'm going to go to Screen Share and find Quizlet. And all right. So here's the main page of Quizlet right here. And let's see. It's, oh boy, I've not signed in this one for a while. So let me just see if I got to remember my password for this one. Hopefully this is my username and password. If not, we'll see. We'll try again. Should be, because I try to keep any school-related any school-related programs or apps, I try to use the same username and password so I don't have to keep remembering them. So I'm waiting for Quizlet. Let's see here. So, yes. So anyway, so when you get in here, yeah, it has been a while since I was. It puts the dates up for me. So this one I used. I'd forgotten about this one, but like locating U.S. states, I've just clicked on that one to see if it comes up. But it allows you to. But you can set up different types of studying. So there's flashcards, there's a learning mode, there's a speller where it spells things out. I'm going to just click on the flashcard mode here for just a moment. And the space race is pretty tough, if I recall.
Mm-hmm. It's very quick.
Yes. So it's just I think I'm stretching my bandwidth trying to do the Google Hangout and pull some of these programs up at the same time. But anyway, it's a nice program, or it's not a program. It's a nice website that you can use, and it usually works faster than this. But again, my bandwidth, I think I'm kind of stretching that out a bit. But the nice thing is you can there's a lot of pre-made things that other teachers have shared. So you can create your own. You can look to see what other people have done. And so this is the flashcards, and if you click on it, it'll flip it. And so that one would be Alabama. It's supposed to be Alabama. So I clicked on it. What happened here? Maybe because I'm on my bandwidth again. So.
See if you could hit an arrow. I think my students used arrows and the like keyboard arrows to flip.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, that went to the next one. Click the down arrow.
Yep, I'll move this out of the way, but I did.
Arizona.
Okay, by clicking the down arrow, it gave. I don't know if you heard it, but it said the name of Arizona, and
Arizona.
So it does. It does give that, and I apologize that it's kind of slow. I'm not even going to go to the race because it's just pretty fast. But there are different ways of learning, and it allows kids to do that. So yeah, I had forgotten about that. And then Alexia put that in the email tonight. It's like, oh yeah, you go into summer and you sometimes forget what you were using last year. And so anyway, that is. That is one part of Quizlet. I'm trying to see if I can pull up another one. And let's just go back to the main menu here. Maybe I'll go there slowly. So, yeah, I think we're just going slow. But and so here's one on multiples, and you can see this one. Well, you see the. Let's see here. This one is done by somebody by Inventory Learners or Innovative Inventory. I think they blended some words there, but Innovatory Learners. So I want to say innovation, but I thought there's an extra letter there. So there's all sorts of different things, and this covers. I mean, there are things on every grade level. So I mean, you're going from lower elementary.
Books. There's lots of different things out there if you wanted to use this for maybe your spelling words, vocabulary words. Yeah, there's lots.
I'm sure there's French on there too, Megan.
Oh, I use it all the time.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
All right. Well, maybe we should have you show your screen. We couldn't understand any of the French.
No.
So, but anyway, it does give some different options, and my screen is just moving way too slow for this. So I'm going to just go back and back to Google Hangout here. And actually, I should ask, were you guys able to see that? Because I just pulled my Google screen up and it says present to everyone. Did anybody see that?
I could see it.
Oh, okay, good. Because I have a
see
new
it.
bar across the top that said stop or present to everyone. It's like, oops, maybe I was supposed to select that. So I'm going to go back to stop, and there I am again. I thought I was there again.
All right, well, I'll do MailChimp. Yeah, if I can find my, there it is. I will share. Alright, is it sharing yet? Looks like it might be loading. There. Alright, can you see MailChimp now? Yes, no, maybe so.
Nope, I'm getting a
I
black.
can see it.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe yours is just your bandwidth. Because I can see that I'm sharing you. Alright, so this is a website called MailChimp.com, and this is how I send out emails to everybody, because you can make them really pretty. So I'll log in, show you what it looks like. So this is something that's not directly tied to our course, but it makes it a lot easier than having to remember everybody when you're making an email. This is something you could use if you were sharing something with your students and wanted to make them all in a group. So I have everybody in a list. And boy, oh boy, it's really slow when you're sharing your screen on this.
That's what I was noticing a few minutes ago.
So they call these emails, the individual emails, they call them campaigns. And you can see who has opened your emails, and then if you have any links in there that people can click on, you can see if they've clicked on those links. I don't know if you can see the most recent email that I sent out was labeled important remainder of online sessions. So I can see it was sent to my 7 subscribers that I have, and it's under my list, select all participants and instructors. I can see that 6 people have opened it, which is 85.7% of the people. And then if I wanted to see the specific people who have clicked on it and who hasn't clicked on it, I can do that too. Then there's some other lists and things that I don't really care about. I just want to see if you've seen it or not. So if you wanted to create an email, you could click on here that says create campaign, and they have really nice templates for you to use. And as soon as it goes, you're doing it on the stove.
And I'm trying to remember, Alexia, I've not been a big MailChimp user. Is that a fee-based?
No,
that...
it is free.
Okay. I was thinking it was. But you have done a nice job handling that part of the communication.
There's some paid version that you can get, but I think it's more geared towards like business people if they're sending things out that way. So when I do one, I always do a regular campaign. Some of these other ones are more in depth, but the regular campaign gives it so you can type your message, put an image in there if you want to, and I like to put the blended learning picture on the top of the emails. So I'll select one of these regular campaigns. Can't believe how slow this is. And then if you have more than one list, which I don't, I just have my Blick list, and you could select whatever one you are. You can do the entire list. If you want to just send it to a few people, I'm going to say send to entire list. And then over here on the bottom right, you click next to go to the next screen. Sometimes it's hard to see those types of things in some of these. It does save it as soon as you say create campaign. It saves it as a draft, so if you want to, look something up and come back to it later. Come on. I think this is the template page. Oh no. So this is how you can save your campaign and give it a name. So right now, if you look up here, it says untitled. If you name your campaign, that's where I put, important whatever it is, or online sessions, or whatever it's going to be. And you can always go back to a different page. It's not like it's saved and that's it. So there's some of these things that are paid, like use conversations to manage replies. That would be a paid account, which doesn't really matter to you. But this auto-fills my from name, so it will be from me, from this email address, Scroll down. And down here is where you can track your opens. So you can see if people have, maybe it'll scroll down, I wanted to go back up. This is where you can see, who's opened your email, who hasn't opened your email. You want to see if your student said, well, I didn't get that. You can say, right here, I saw you opened it. It doesn't give you specific days or times, but then there's some other things that you can do on the bottom, but I don't do anything with those. So I'll just do a sample one. And I'll click next. This must be the template page, finally. Maybe because we have so many people in our Google Hangout today that it's taking forever. Which is nice to see everybody.
It is. It shouldn't affect individual bandwidth, though. But I think maybe it's just slow in the UP tonight.
Maybe. So here's where you would select the template. I usually just pick the most simple one, but if you are maybe sending this out, you could do this to your parents and send out a newsletter. Put your pictures in there if you had maybe things you wanted to share with your students. And then they show you a little graphic, which it hasn't come up yet, of, oh, there it goes. So there's a little gray bar at the top which has basic information. I usually delete that one. And then there's maybe some text lines and images, but some of them can look pretty detailed, looking like newspapers is what I think they look like. But they're pretty diverse in how they look. I'll just click a right sidebar one. Not too big. And then
If I
really want to
recall,
get to the edit page.
if I recall, and that's also Alexia, it doesn't show all of the recipients. So, like, if you get a regular email and you have like a group list, like I
Right.
said with this tonight, you're able to see all of the other recipients. Where this
Right.
blocks all of the other recipients, and you just have to. It only
It
shows
looks like
your
an
address.
individual. It looks like an individual email. Yep.
That way, you don't have to worry about getting spammed.
Mm-hmm. All right. So this page is where you would find everything on how to edit. And it's still loading. So little boxes just showed up here on the right side. And there's content is what you usually deal with. So you can insert a text box, box text, divider, image, social share. These are some features that you can just drag and drop into there. It's pretty nice the way that it looks. So it's finally popped up over here on the left. And this is what your email would look like when it's sent to your participants that are going to be getting it. And I usually put the image of the blended learning here, and then we'll type my email. Now what's really nice is that you can just click on the box, and it will let you edit right from there, and it'll pull up, and you can just simply type here. And then it has the regular like Microsoft font features and things that we're all used to. But it's pretty nice. And then I'll just click next and show you what it looks like. So before it sends, they give you, are you sure you want to send this? Is there anything else you want to do? And it'll show you what it will look like as your participants. So up here where it says preview and test, you can see what it looks like on mobile devices. You can see what it looks like as an email, which like a desktop email, and that's pretty nice. But it's an option. But you would also have to make sure that if you're doing this maybe with your parents that you have them maybe sign up for something at the end. So told me there was a problem with my MailChimp, probably because I didn't complete something. Trying to cruise through it too fast. So I usually delete my default header, and it doesn't like that I didn't delete it. But it's very nice, and it catches those types of things to make sure that it's not just nothing that you're sending to your people. After you click send, then you have to actually click send twice to make sure it's not like a, oh, can I get that back? That's pretty nice. I don't know if that would be a service that you guys would like to do. I have been using pretty religiously with my parents this year is the Remind. It used to be called Remind 101. You can get that as an app on a Android or iProduct, Apple products, or you can use it as a website on your computer. Some students, parents use it and they can start a chat with you. So if they want to say, like I had a parent start a chat with me today saying, is there anything that you need for a Halloween party tomorrow? Which was really nice. Instead of them, trying to find my email or do something, they can just directly do it from their phone. And you can take pictures of handouts that come from you or handouts that come from, the office, so that sometimes those papers get lost in backpacks and they never get But I use that pretty frequently, and my parents, I've gotten good feedback from them. Last year I tried it, but I didn't have very many parents sign up. But there's a few teachers in our building that are using it now, so they're a little more used to it, which is nice.
Can you go ahead and put those addresses in the right-hand sidebar so people have a record of that? And that way, if you want to, you can either write it down right now at your computer, or you can always go back and watch this video later and scroll down to the end where we have those. I'm going to go ahead and put Quizlet in there because that one's really just.
Yes, Jamie. Jamie just asked, can you print the MailChimps for those parents that want a paper copy? Yep, you can print it. And you could even screenshot it in your preview things. I'm not sure because I've never printed it before, but I think in your preview and test that it might pull it up as a print mode. I'm not sure. Let me see. Am I still screen sharing? Yeah.
Yes.
So this is what it looks like on your mobile devices, and then this is what it would look like from your emails. I don't see a print option though. I have to play around with that one, Jamie, to make sure that it does it or not. I'm sure there's a feature on it, I just don't know how to do it. Do your parents like Remind, Jamie? She said that she loves Remind. I know as a parent I would like it to know if there's a special day like a pajama day or a fundraiser thing that's due, or Christmas concerts coming up, those types of things that sometimes kids forget about.
All right. Well, we're approaching the last couple minutes of our hour, so I guess we can open this up for general questions or comments and allow people, if you have any questions or anything that you want to share or ask.
Any questions about making your videos or anything like that? If you have specific questions about your project, we could always meet on a different time and we could screen share things back and forth and see the things that you're trying to do to accomplish your video.
I'm taking silence means everybody's happy.
Hey, that's good. I'm good with that. Karen, have you played around with the Snagit or Camtasia, or would you use maybe Jing since it's already on your computer?
I'd probably use Jing because it's already there, and also the snipping tool.
Mm-hmm.
I just learned how to do that, so probably would be one of those two.
I use my snipping tool pretty frequently because it's so easy to use and it's already installed on my computer. It saves it nice and easy.
On that MailChimp, I saw it had like a where you could click for social. Can you automatically take that MailChimp email and put it onto Facebook or something?
Probably. I haven't done that either.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming so because I saw the button there, but I just didn't know if you'd done it before.
No. I try and keep those things separate. Although our school does have a Facebook website, that it might be nice to tie some of those things in to email parents, not just always rely on. We do have a school messenger, but that's a phone call for like snow days and things, which I think Sioux Schools has that also.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Jamie said I lost everybody for a minute. Well, we still see you, Jamie, so. Any other questions, concerns about the module? Our next one is on assessment, and it'll really hit hard on formative assessment and summative assessment, and the differences between your blended environment and your face-to-face types of assessments. So a little peek in on what you're going to be learning.
All right. Well, the good news is we're counting down. We're just down on the last couple modules, and so you've almost made it.
We have 2, and then submit your time log.
So, all right. Well, sounds like, I mean, just by the lack of questions here at the end, that hopefully things are going well as you're finishing up this module. And again, if you do have questions, let I was going to say let Jamie know. How do you like that, Jamie? How about let Alexia or I know? So we have questions, and we'll see what we can do. Let's see. Jamie's not so sure she wants that position. So, all right. Well, very good. I will have this posted up, and I will send an email link to everybody here in the next little bit. So, thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.